just sort this out, mate. Right, cool. Yeah, I want to start doing some live shows, well, streams on this channel, talk about football, and essentially get more interactive, because that's kind of the reason why I have this second channel, is to do a little bit more stuff that I like doing. You know, a little bit more stuff that I want to do. And this is an opportunity to do that. I used to do lives on football therapy, but because I want to talk about general football stuff, my cat just brings in all these little things on her fur. I don't know what they're called. These little round things you get on from plants. They get caught on her fur, and she brings them in. Hella annoying. I'll hoover it later. Hey bro, yeah, so essentially I want to do live streams on this. I do live interactive content on Instagram, which incidentally is called Football Yannick as well, like this YouTube channel. I feel like I'm not central here. I don't want my tripod to fall off. I'm using a windowsill for natural light. There we go. Is that all right? Good afternoon. Yeah, so if you're in the UK, it's horrendous weather outside. It's super rainy and miserable, but the lighting's still good enough for me to put my camera here on the windowsill. I need to just like move it over slightly. Okay, that'll do. You'll survive. Yes, so live streams. I'm gonna start doing live streams on here. I feel like it's a good way of interacting with you guys. I'll still do it on Instagram, but I want to talk about the Champions League tonight. Very exciting. It's also, I would like to express how it's probably my worst nightmare of Arsenal winning the Champions League. and Arsenal are playing PSV Eindhoven at home in the Emirates this evening. Of course, Sevilla playing Lens, bottom of Liga Lens as well. The big boy though, isn't it? Well, yeah, you got like Inter Milan versus Real Sociedad. You know, Real Madrid versus Union Berlin's actually quite a good game. Jude Bellingham, that's the early kickoff. I'll probably watch that. And also Union, well, obviously they're Champions League because they're literally playing the Champions League. But they were good, bro. They were like in a title race in the Bundesliga for a period of time. So, you know, I don't think they started the season too well, Union, but that could be a good game. I want to talk about Manchester United, Bayern, and then Arsenal and PSV. First of all, of course, Bayern Munich at home. Thomas Tuchel, Harry Kane, hey Daniel, are taking on Manchester United. Manchester United, who have just been touched up by Brighton. 3-1 did they lose? It could have been 4-1. And yeah, they're just very, very poor, Manchester United. And I know it's the Champions League and anything can happen. Anything can happen. And also, it's probably worth mentioning how under Thomas Tuchel, Bayern Munich aren't that good. Yes, that last minute goal, Lazio, that goalkeeper, incredible scenes. It's nothing like a last minute winner. And when it's the goalkeeper, everyone just gets terribly excited because it's just peculiar and exciting. Yeah, that was great. I literally just watched that because I didn't know that was the case. I saw on social media that was the goalkeeper who scored and equalised. So I watched it. Yeah, it was wicked. But yeah, I want to talk about Bayern Munich. We'll talk about Arsenal in a minute. Bayern Munich, they're not that good. Like, I know Leroy Sané started the season on fire, and he's sort of a main character mode at the moment. And Harry Kane, of course, understandably is scoring goals, but I don't think they're that good. They drew last time out in the league 2-2 to top of the table, joint top of the table, Leverkusen. Tuchel blagged the league title last season, level on points with Dortmund. He got lucky. Dortmund bottled it essentially on the final day and didn't win their game. So I'm yet to be convinced. I love Thomas Tuchel. He won Chelsea the Champions League, but I'm yet to be convinced with him at Bayern, to be honest, bro. So despite that, they are going to beat Manchester United convincingly, aren't they? Like, comfortably. And you go, look, yeah, we're gonna love it. We're going to enjoy it, aren't we? We are. You know, for especially people of my vintage that grew up with Manchester United just being the dominant team, winning all the time. Like, I know they've sucked for a while now, but like they can suck for a while longer. And this is me saying, you know, of course, you know, my team finished bottom half of the table last season. Manchester United finished in the top 3 and won a trophy. But I mean, sort of like, wow, it's really raining now. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone. But, you know, like generally, largely, United have been poor, haven't they, for years? So, you know, long may it continue. I'm really, really excited about this game. So the games I'm going to watch are Real Madrid at 5 p.m. and then Bayern Munich, Man United. Yes, but if you are watching, by the way, why don't you drop a like? There's about 20 of you hanging out. If you could drop a like, that would be nice. You hope Arsenal don't win the Champions League. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. My foot's still painful, bro, but thanks for asking. It's better. It's not broken. It's not broken. So yeah, I think we'll probably chuck up Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Yeah, I'll probably do some sort of like review. Hello, Mia. You drowned rat. Do you want to say hi to the people? Oh, meow, meow, meow. Arsenal can't win the Champions League. Oh, you're really wet. It's absolutely torrential rain outside. Yes, man. Should we talk about Arsenal? Because yeah, Bayern Manchester United is just a big fixture. I will do a review talking about them on afterwards, depending if it's not too late. How tired I am. Arsenal back in the Champions League. Of course, speaking of Bayern, you know, they'll have PTSD, you know, trauma of their experiences with Bayern Munich not so long ago, in the words of Bo Burnham. Not very long ago, just before your time, Arsenal lost 5-1 twice. Circa to PSV Dark Horse. I don't really know, Tyler. I don't really know much about PSV at the moment. I know they had a player last season called Noni Madueke. And, you know, he's quite good. Plays for my club. Yeah, I don't really know enough about PSV this season. I don't even know if they're like going to win the Eredivisie. I know there's like a couple of teams that usually win. But we need to create a prayer circle. We need to all join hands spiritually. Can we do this now? That Arsenal do not do well in the Champions League. Now, I'm sort of bantering because Arsenal are a good team. They've trusted the project. They've stuck with the manager. They deserve success in footballing terms. But, it wasn't too long ago where troops of Arsenal Fan TV watched Chelsea on a live stream win their second European Cup and said, you know, Chelsea, London is blue. Oh, Galatasaray, I mean, not just Ziyech and Galatasaray. I just looked at their lineup. They got loads of wicked players, like top to bottom. Isn't it like Icardi? Did he go to Galatasaray? And like is Zaha there? And Mertens? Or am I getting my Turkish clubs mixed up? But they have a proper like conventional top Turkish team lineup roster. Yeah. Anyway, Arsenal-Chelsea. Well, Arsenal. So yeah, Arsenal won loads of domestic trophies, more than Chelsea. If you remove their community shields, which Arsenal fans always love to include, they don't have that many more domestic trophies than Chelsea, I don't think, at all, if anything. But what Chelsea have that Arsenal do not have is European pedigree. And I'm not just talking about Champions League, European Cups. I'm talking about like Europa Leagues. Of course, they don't have a Europa League. Even Tottenham has one, I think. So we've got four big boys four big boys would be 4 European Cups, but 2 big boys and 2 little boys. They don't even have the little boys, but of course we've got the Super Cups and Club World Cups in between. We've got the Cup Winners' Cup. Chelsea's European history is relatively illustrious. You know, it's not like obviously Bayern Munich, Ajax, Real Madrid, Milan, or anything like that, but it's like significant. Chelsea's presence in like European success, the halls of European success, is significant. And it's a wonderful thing for Chelsea fans, especially in these turbulent times, to sing about the only team in London with a European Cup. it's a great feeling, and it's just, you know, when you go to games or match days, you just sort of, no matter what happens, you know, if you win, you lose, you're supercharged by that and just knowledge. Now, if Arsenal get a Champions League, I just feel like it's curtains. You know, that's when you reflect on this rebuild, this process, and that will start to sting more because your like culture is being undermined. Like the video if you don't want Arsenal to win the Champions League. There you go. That's a way to get the concurrent viewers to stick a like on the video. Yeah, so personally, I'll be really frustrated with that. And that's not me saying they don't deserve it and all this. You know, great team, really positive project, great young players. Like, I love Bukayo Saka. I always say this, not only is he an amazing player, but he's like a really impressive young man. The way he speaks, he's humble, he's just polite. And in the world of just see you next Tuesdays with footballers, it's nice just to have like a nice kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think anyway. Oh my God, what am I doing? Right, even if Arsenal wins the Champions League, London will always be blue. Yes, and we'll still have multiple European Cups. You can sort of say to like Man City, like, you know, we've got multiple Champions Leagues. Sure, you've got a treble. We've got loads of Premier Leagues too, some Premier Leagues. We've got multiple European trophies. Look at all these European trophies we've got, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. For me personally, that would be the worst. That's the bad thing. You know, let City win it again, whatever. Like, you know, Abu Dhabi's super football project is just worked. It's worked so well. They've got the staff in, they've got Guardiola in. Look, say what you want about these regimes and soft power plays and sports washing. The way Man City's ownership have developed that team is just sensational. Like, it's absolutely sensational. Like, when a player doesn't want to play for them, they just get rid of them, even if they're high profile. You know, Sterling to Chelsea. Now, I don't think Sterling's a busted flush. I think he's going to be a good player for Chelsea. He had a problem with them, and they're like, right, you go. Leroy Sané, well, looks amazing. He's playing amazing now. We spoke about him earlier. He looked like this like an incredible star to move forwards for City, and you know, caused a little bit of an upset in terms of like the attitude's gone, just gone. You know, no problem, gone. Ferran Torres, gone. You know, there's so many examples, man. And you know, they just make sure everyone's 1,000% on board. I kind of hope that's what they're doing with Chelsea. You know, we've got rid of your Ziyech's, your Aubameyangs, your Lukaku. I mean, Lukaku's still, the spectre of Lukaku still lingers because he's only on loan. But it's so impressive. But what I'm kind of like, you know, I've obviously gone off on a tangent there, but what I'm kind of like saying is, emotionally, as a, you know, Chelsea fan, you know, they can win another one and I won't really care. Do you know what I mean? I won't feel like my tribal pride is affected as a Chelsea fan. Of course, their last Premier League win, I think last season when they won the treble, that's when they got one more Premier League than Chelsea. I kind of hated that. Like, when Liverpool won, although Chelsea fans hate Liverpool, I kind of took solace with, well, we're going to sort of stay ahead of Man City for Premier Leagues and maybe we'll get back on it, and, you know, we'll still can. And that sounds like kind of petty, but if you think about it, Chelsea were the second most successful team in the Premier League era behind Manchester United. Because Man United have just got 1,000 Premier Leagues, haven't they? That was something. I know that sounds silly, but that was something. 5 Premier Leagues, even though there was a massive drop off to second place, it was still like, yeah, we're like, you know, yeah, we're not Man United, like the biggest club in England of all the history, but we're next. We're next on the line of success, which I friggin' loved. And that's gone. So now that's gone, I feel like, yeah, whatever. Like, everyone knows they're just ridiculous robots. Fine, let them have a treble. It's actually quite funny to laugh at Man United fans who, you know, their precious treble has been replicated. Whatever. Like, you know, I'm fine. Let them have another Premier League. Let them win this Champions League. But as soon as little wriggly Arsenal, and I guess this comes down to like, you know, culture. I've got loads of friends that are Arsenal fans. You know, I do have a respect for them. I really liked Arsene Wenger. You know, they've got history. I respect that, but they've got no European history. Chelsea have got a bunch of European history, and that's our flex tribally as a club, and I don't want that to be jeopardised. Amir, sickening, isn't it? So prayer circle, we all sit together and we all pray that PSV tear apart Arsenal and just knock them out into the Europa League, and then they struggle in the Premier League because they've got Thursday night football. Would you rather have Arsenal win the Champions League or Chelsea finish 17th? Chelsea finished 17th. Easy. You should have changed that to Chelsea get relegated, and I might have to think about it a little bit. Because, you know, we finished 12th last season. For me, personally, like, finishing 12th and finishing 17th, there isn't much difference in that. Like, it's a crisis for Chelsea, and, you know, they've maintained Premier League status. The prize money from 12th to 17th probably isn't that different. So, like, you know, they'll be like, well, you can't let this happen again next season, reboot. So, yeah, easily finish 17th over Arsenal. I don't think you understand how important this is to me. You know, I think we're kind of like missing the point. I think Bayern Munich will better Manchester United tonight. Yeah, definitely, bro. They've started. I mean, I've said at the top of the stream, that I think Bayern aren't that impressive under Tuchel, but yeah, like United are worse than us. Now I know there's a point above us or whatever in the league, but you know that result they got against Wolves was a robbery. I think United are terrible. I really do. I really think United are terrible. And to answer the question about Chelsea getting relegated, Arsenal Champions League. Yeah, probably Arsenal winning the Champions League because of our investment. It would be really, really problematic for the club's existence. I don't know existence, but yeah, we absolutely can't get relegated because you're offering me as like a philosophical whatever thought exercise thing, but it literally can't be done. I think in terms of like our existence. So or you know, as we know it. So I'd say that. Yeah, you know, if I had to pick a winner for the Champions League out of preference, obviously you'd go for like, I think Inter would be kind of funny, especially because Lukaku slagged them off and like left, like, you know, missing in the Champions League final, and then them wanting to buy him, like, yeah, we'll buy you, mate. What? Oh, he's not picking up the phone. But he said he only wants to play for us, and they come, yeah, he's talking to Juventus. Oh, he's off to Roma. Boo! So like, if they go on and win, you know, the Champions League, I think that'd be quite good for the game. Obviously, like, if Galatasaray win it or something with all those like the old guard, that'd be good. But I mean, Inter got to the final, so they could win it. They've started this season on friggin' fire, bro. You know, they started on fire and beating Milan with 5-1? So yeah, Inter could do it. If I had to choose a team that could do it, I guess I'd choose Inter. But yeah, maybe someone like Galatasaray. I don't know. Bayern Munich, I suppose. Be boring, innit? Well, we don't want United to win it. We don't want Arsenal to win it. Yeah. Again with Man City, like there's something a little bit soulless with Man City, and I think that's probably why they don't affect me much. I think also Man United fans might feel largely the same, and they hate Liverpool more because of, you know, Liverpool's like history or whatever. Like Man City have a great history. They've got, you know, all the old main load lot, and they've got like their own culture, but their current iteration, no one feels like, you know, repelled. Maybe for different reasons, they don't feel the same visceral rival feeling, so no one kind of really cares that much because there's like kind of like robotic if they win. But I guess like, yeah, I don't want United or Arsenal to win. Then probably Man City prefer if they not win, and then, you know, realistic people, actually PSG's got to be up there. You don't want them to win because then that's another, like, you know, sports washing project, and they've just been so lame, and they're like Barca dark horse. Yeah, Jay, good shout. Is this Jay who's just WhatsApped me? Barca, yeah. I mean, Joao Felix. Look, I mean, I know they played Antwerp yesterday, so you know. But yeah, man. They look. Joao Felix linking up with Lewandowski, incredible, really. Of course, you got Lazio and Atleti as well. I'd quite like Lazio to win it. I think it'd be a nice story. Maurizio. So sorry. Different J, fair enough. Yeah, I can. Your profile picture's too small, so couldn't identify. Yes, Lazio would be fun. Lazio would be fun. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty good. I think I covered it. I might actually do another live after after the. Actually, quite like doing videos though as well. We'll see. I might do another live after the game tonight. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live, my musings of a madman. Did you enjoy it? Please do like the video on your way out, subscribe, and yeah, sweet. How do I end this live? That's the question. I think I found it. Peace.